Hey, what's up, everybody? Jed Johnson, dieselcrew.com. They call me Napalm, and I'm going to answer a quick question while my car warms up this morning. Saw a little discussion on Facebook, and basically they're concerned that they might have bought some Cadence Crush grippers and they're not as strong as they say they are. So, the way it starts out is he says he got a bunch of grippers for his birthday, DJ does, and says he wants to be the 6th person to be certified on the number 4. And then the other fellow says, go ahead and get them tested, see what you got so you know. And then basically the discussion turns into, man, I hope I didn't get some of the weak ones. That would suck if they weren't what they said they were. So I wanted to give an idea of how accurate the Cadence Crush are and whether or not you've got bad ones, etc. And what they're talking about is getting the grippers rated. So we have a system that we use that will actually tell you how strong that specific gripper is. All right, and it's very, very consistent, and it's relied upon within grip sport. It's pretty cool. But what you have is, as grippers are produced, the grippers that are made at all the same time seem to always be very, very consistent. It's when that batch or that run of grippers is done and they make another run of grippers, that's where you see the variation. So if you go and you buy like 4 number 3s right now, you're probably going to get 4 brand new number 3s out of the same batch, and they're going to be really consistent. Whereas if you bought one, wow, no lights for you guys. If you bought one, you know, every year or every 2 years, then there's a chance that you would get a gripper in there that was significantly easier than the other grippers. Okay, they could vary quite a bit. Now, this is especially true with grippers that came out in like 2002, 2003. That's when you saw a tremendous number of people get certified on the number 3 gripper. The grippers were a little bit easier, and also the information that came out expanded greatly. There was a lot more sharing of information, and also the KTA gripper program came out, so that produced a lot of Cadence Crush as well. Also keep in mind in this time that it was also the old rules, meaning that you didn't have to use the credit card to certify in the gripper. You just had to set it with your offhand, and then the last inch of the range of motion had to be visible. So great difference in how things are done today. As far as variation, though, I don't think you need to be afraid that you're going to get one of the bad grippers. That's not really the case. They could vary a little bit, and if you have an old one that maybe you bought online on eBay or something like that, then you could have one that's quite a bit easier. But for the most part, these days, they're much more consistent, especially if you buy them all within a short range of motion. And generally what the practice is once you're ready to certify, someone buys an extra number 3 to make sure they can still close the current number 3s, and then they make sure they're ready to go. So hopefully this was helpful to the guys in the discussion and anybody else that might be thinking about buying grippers or certifying on the Cadence Crush. Cadence Crush are great grippers, absolutely. And I have actually never had a problem with the variation in the grippers, even when there was bigger swings. I always thought it was cool to be able to have grippers that allowed for a 2, 3 to 5 pound jump in between grippers, even within the same gripper. And I have something like 15 number 3 grippers, and they vary from 139 to 157. So that's pretty cool to have those kinds of bumps. Might not have as many as I thought. I think I have a bunch of other grippers that are in the 150 range. I might be including those in there as well. My memory is horrible. But I do know the history of grippers, and hopefully that helps you out. All right, thanks everybody. All the best in your training. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I am this close to 10,000 subscribers, brother. And if you like this video, give it one of these. See ya.